In this video, I started a first-generation farm with nothing but a bank loan and a pickup truck. So now I have the challenge of building a profitable farm from scratch. Will I go broke or will I make it big? Stay tuned to find out. And if you guys enjoy content like this and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe and dropping a like helps too. Anyway, let's go build a farm. Well, it is another day back out here on the farm, and it is July 1st. And look at how tall my dang lawn is. It's almost up to the deck of the trailer, but our oats are just about ready. But a couple more days now, and they should be good to go. Maybe even by tomorrow. And we might be harvesting. The soybeans still have a little bit to go yet, but today we are going to be buying some equipment because we don't have much right now. I'm also going to be buying a place to live because I am sick of living in this dang shop, and it's about time I have a better setup. Now, there's an auction later today, so I'm going to head out to that and go take a look at some equipment we're going to need for harvesting. But for now, I'm just going to go get this camper because it's been a while since I've taken a shower. I mean, first I was living in a tent, now I'm living in the shop. There's no shower in either of those, so this should hopefully be a good opportunity to clean up. Well, $12,000 later, and I have secured myself a new place to live. It's actually a pretty fancy camper. Now, it's sure as heck not going to be the Taj Mahal, but it should work for just staying out at the farm for now. That is, if I ever do manage to build a house. All right, no more living in the shop. It's time to set up my 5-star hotel. The only question is, where do I set it up? Because I'm going to have to cut all this for hay. Where do I set it up? I can set it up in the shop, I guess. So this is definitely going to be far from the most ideal location, but since we're cutting all that grass, this is probably the best spot. Oh man, I just realized I wanted to put all the herbicide on the rack back there, but I've got so many dang things blocking it, it's gonna have to wait. I guess in front of the shop is gonna have to do for now. Oh man, not my nice window obstructed now. The camper's there, wouldn't be able to see out of it anyway. So now that we've got this all set up, I finally got a nice place to sleep. I've put it back any further? No, I could not. Takes up about a quarter of the shop, but it is what it is. Anyway, the auction should be starting here in a little bit, so I've got the trailer all hooked up and ready to go. We're looking for two things: gravity wagons and maybe a cultivator and or disc or something. Something to tear up the ground after harvest here, so we're gonna see what we can find. Hopefully I don't spend too much money because frankly, I need to leave some in the account. So that's the last time I go to the auction unattended. I managed to spend $40,000. However, this is not all we bought. I'll explain once we get back to the farm. But I am pulling an absolute load train right now. This is not legal by any standards, but we're sending it anyways because the farm is not too far away. It would appear the load train has made it back to the farm all in one piece, at least for the most part. Now let me explain how I managed to spend $40,000, leaving us at just $3,000 in our account, which at this point I'm basically dead broke. $10,000 on gravity wagons. These are two Parker semi-new, old, I don't even know. $20,000 on this big old John Deere disc, which I'm not even sure if my tractor can pull it. At the very least, I'm gonna have to put duals on it if I want it to pull this. It should though. However, we're still missing one more $10,000 item that I still have to go pick up. I was really hoping there was going to be room in the budget to buy like a bin and an auger or something, but that is so far from the budget, it's not even funny. So I've secured the last purchase here, a new to us hay rake. Now this is fairly new, but it is fairly used as well. I managed to scoop it up for 10 grand. It was like the only piece of hay equipment at the auction. So not a whole lot of people were really going for it. So I kind of stole it. The price was decent at least. So normally I wouldn't have made a purchase like this, especially with our account being so dang low, or me bringing it so dang low. If I didn't make this purchase, I'd be at about $13,000. But the main reason why I bought this is because that tiny rake sucks for raking hay. It's great for tedding hay, but raking it just is not it. So this should hopefully help with that, especially since we got a little bit more land to cut for the second time. It should be slightly nicer. And with any luck, we'll actually be trying it out today. So since the oats aren't quite ready just yet, and there's actually nothing to do to them, they're at fully fertilized, and I believe the yield percentages are full as well, so we can't actually get any more yield out of them. We're gonna try cut some of this and make some cash. Oh man, we're gonna be getting lots of hay out of this. This grass that we seeded grew in so dang thick, especially with that fertilizer. This is working great. All right, first section of ground cut. I gotta move a couple things here. As much as I'd hate to move a bunch of this equipment onto the freshly cut grass, it looks like I'm gonna have to. Now this combine should be kind of good to go for harvest. I was going to do a couple things to it, but now that I don't really have the cash, it's going to have to probably wait till sometime this winter or spring. But I mean, hopefully this crop brings a good profit. But we do have a $500,000 loan to pay back, so I want to kind of get that paid back as soon as possible, because then I can really start growing the farm as much as I want to. So we've pretty much got the other side of the yard done here. I'm just working on this big chunk on this side of the yard, but everything's looking really good. We're getting really thick swaths out of this field. I was thinking about trying to do everything around the farm, just getting it all cut and baled, but since we're going to be harvesting the oats here real soon, I might wait to cut the rest of the farm until after that's done, mostly because the beans are going to be a little bit out yet from needing to be harvested. And that is it. That took quite a while. We had to go actually a little bit slower just because of how thick this grass was, but man, I hope we get a lot of bales off of this. That'd be nice. So I'm just checking the prices. Grass bales, yeah, looks like we're at 126, 121, and then we scroll down here to hay. Oh yeah, we're looking like 148 and 152, and the price is actually on the rise. So, oh, you know what? If we kept these to August, it'd start going up big time. I don't know if we can keep them that long. We do need the cash. Oh man, but if I could keep the oats though till December, I'm not gonna be able to do that though, because I'm gonna need some cash. The soybeans won't be ready till August, but if I can get them sold early August, I think we might be okay. But just considering the price of hay bales versus grass bales has increased so much, we're gonna have to do hay bales this time around. Now, unfortunately, the sucky part about tedding the grass is it spreads it out so dang much, makes it a bit harder to rake it, but since we do have that new rake, we should be able to get it all raked pretty quickly, I guess. So I've got a good portion of the tedding done here. I got just a little piece left on this side, but we still have the main portion inside. I guess that's not the main portion. A smaller portion inside to do yet, but I got to move my equipment around. I really should extend out some sort of pad or something for me to park equipment on, because I've got too much already. But I was hoping to bring in some gravel this fall possibly and get that whole driveway kind of filled in with gravel, because it's just dirt right now, and as soon as it rains, this all turns to muck, and that is not good. So hopefully we can get some actual gravel in here and make it a little bit nicer, and I think when I do that, I will extend the pad. It'll suck to cover up freshly planted grass, but that is what it is. I got the tractor in high gear. We are ripping now, and there we go, all finished. So for this particular chunk of land, it's going to be its first cut of the year. The next chunks of land we're going to be doing around the farm are all going to be their second cut, because we already previously cut them this year. They're probably not going to yield as much, but they still should yield good. I mean, the grass is still looking pretty thick, so I guess we'll find out. Oh man, I'm excited to use this. Look how big of a swath we're doing. This is ridiculous. I don't even know if the baler's gonna be able to pick this up. Well, this sure isn't taking very long. I really hope my baler's gonna be able to handle these swaths, because these are huge. But this new rake is working really, really nice. I should have bought one slightly smaller, but unfortunately that wasn't an option at the auction. So I'm kind of stuck with this for now. It would be really nice if we had like really, really big grass fields, but we don't have very many options for that right now. We're kind of just stuck with the small stuff. All right, that's it. Time to see if the baler can actually handle these swaths. Actually, that's gonna work really nice for straw from the oats. Oh yeah, I think we're good. This is perfect. So we are at 9 bales here so far. Not as many as I thought we'd get actually, but I guess some bales is better than none. I'm gonna say we'll probably get like 13 out of this, something like that. So we got 12, and then this last little bit that's going to be in the baler, which I'm actually just going to leave. So I guess 12 full bales. Not too bad. Also not too good either. Well, it is officially August 1st, and we had to wait a heck of a lot longer than I thought we would to harvest these oats. The soybeans still aren't ready, but we kept just getting rain back to back to back. Like you can still see here, like there's some mud. But the oats should be ready to go today, so we're going to try them. I hope they are. I've got the tractor all hooked up to the gravity wagons. I did what I could with the Massey to get it ready to go. We're going to try it, see what we can do. I hope it's good. But I'm glad we got the hay baled in when we did, because we would have not been able to do that if we had even waited a day longer. All right, first harvest on the farm. Let's see how it goes. And we've got ourselves a straw swath, so we'll be able to bale that up for some nice profits on the straw as well. But it looks like the crop is yielding super good. We did put a lot of money into seed and fertilizer and herbicide, so Fingers crossed it pays off. I will say, even though this Massey isn't the fanciest thing out in the field, it does do the job. For now, hopefully I didn't just jinx it and this thing's gonna break down in another 2 passes. I don't know if we're gonna be able to make it all the way around the field though. Yeah, this ground is soft. We don't have too many low spots out in the field, so I'm hoping for no stuck combines today. That's the goal. Ah, so close to being all the way around. First purchase after I sell some grain, probably gonna be some duals for this tractor. We're gonna need it for tillage. So how full is one tank from the combine gonna get my gravity wagon here? 40%, 50%, 56%. I will take that. So 4 loads from the combine and both my gravity wagons will probably be full. So yeah, this crop is yielding exceptionally well. We're gonna do 2 headlands here because the other side of the field is right next to that little river there, and I would prefer not for this to end up in there. So 2 headlands it is. And I made it all the way around with like no room left to spare in the tank. I'm actually really surprised at that. I thought for sure I was not going to make it all the way around this time. Got to make sure this thing's all evened out. Don't want to have any spillage. Perfect. Well, I got the last amount to fill up the back gravity wagon here. The elevator doesn't open up till I think 10 this morning, so we're not going to be able to take it in for a little bit, but I am going to finish filling up the combine. We are getting a lot more from this field than I thought we would, though. So that is as much as we can harvest for now until the elevator opens up, but I can go and take a load of oats in. But this crop is yielding way better than expected, so I have zero problem with that. I will wait for the elevator all dang day. I hate to sell it, though, because it's not at the best price, and we can make a lot more money if we just held on to it, but we don't have any means of storage right now, so maybe next year. But I hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe, and goodbye.